Hey guys, welcome back to another beautiful hair tutorial. So in today's hair tutorial, we are going to need rubber bands, yarn, two yarns, a brush, because I'm going to use some gel, so I'll use water, and then I'm also going to use some hair mousse. I'll use olive oil hair mousse, and of course, eco styling gel. In this hairstyle, we're going to have three sections. One section is right what I'm doing at the very top front of the head. So I'm just going to do a small parting off of the middle section. So half of one side and half of the other. If you want to get it correctly, you can start maybe by the middle parting. But for me, I could get it just, like that. So this I'm going to put aside. I'll come back to this as the last section. And then for our second section, we are going to do an ear to ear parting, but from the back section. Just as you can see, so we start from the one side of the ear and going all the way to the other side of the ear. So in this parting, one section is gonna be bigger than the other section, but not too big. I would say like 60-40. So make sure you don't make one section too small. So like a percentage of 60-40, which only makes sense because the front already has like an advantage. And then it's also kind of arched, and you'll be able to see that once I pull down my hair. So I'm just putting the midsection away because that I'll work on again later. So I'll start working by this section. So as you can see, it is curved. So you don't want to do it like curving down, it's curving at the front. And this is what you want to achieve. So I'm just going in, spraying a little bit of water because I'm going to use gel and my hair is not well moisturized. And we know very well gel is not very kind to dry hair. It causes flaking, breaking, and all that. So I just did a little bit of spraying water, and then I'm now going in with a little bit of gel. Also, if you notice, I'm just doing gel to my roots. I'm not going all the way to like the entire hair. This because I need this other loose section to remain intact because it's going to help me achieve this hairstyle. So it's just the area where I'm going to secure it. And the gel is just to help with the sleekness. So I'm going to tie this section, and I'm using yarn particularly because it helps hold down the hair very firmly, unlike a rubber band when you're trying to secure it. Sometimes it can come out loose, but with yarn, it stays intact. So that section is done, and I'm going to repeat the same thing I did to the other section onto this section. So I'll start with spraying a little bit of water on the roots first. So it's just at the roots, sorry. Don't do all the way because your hair will shrink and you'll not be able to achieve this hairstyle. So just at the roots, and then I'll do a little bit of gel. I'm not a big fan of gel, but for this hairstyle, I really, really, really liked gel as part of it. So just a little bit of gel, and then I'll go in with the hard brush. It's not very hard, so before you judge, it's not super hard. It's just helping with the slicking down, and then I'll secure this section of hair again. So as you can see, I'm just putting it together, and then again I'm using yarn. So I'll encourage once again, please use yarn. Don't use hair band or rubber band for this because we want the hair to remain slicked, and we know very well yarn does this best. So once I secure this section, then I'll move on to my the loose hanging hair that we are seeing. So for this loose hanging hair, I'm going to try create some bubbles with rubber bands. So I'll start with this lower bit. So I'm just going to partition it into two, and I'll start by the mid bit of it, and then I'll just use a rubber band, as you can see, to create the first bubble, and then I'll use for this bit I did not use rubber band. I just used a bobby pin to secure it below because that is where you want it to stay. So adjust as much as you can. Make sure it's equal. One bubble should not be bigger than the other. They should look even. So adjust the rubber band as much as you have to achieve this. And yes, please secure that is secured right below where I secured the first section. I'm doing the same with this abuse hair. So I'm just splitting it into two using rubber bands. And for this, at the very end, I'll also use rubber band before I use a bobby pin, because it just helps with like putting the hair together and not having hair like, running all over. So I'll just use a rubber band, and then I'm going to secure it right on top of the first bubble. As you can see, I'm putting it right on top of it. So make sure you do this, because we want to sort of like achieve, I don't know, it's like a caterpillar body. I don't know if that really makes sense, but yeah, this is what you wanted to achieve. You want to make sure that all those bubbles are even. So adjust the rubber bands as much as you can. So finally, onto this last bit. Here, I'm only going to do loose twist outs. And this is where I'm using the hair mousse that I showed at the beginning. So I'm using hair mousse at this point to just, when you do your twist outs with hair mousse, it makes them look very juicy. So the hair mousse is just help with the shine and making the twist outs look very juicy. So yeah, it's just simple twist outs. Of course, you want to make them super loose so that they can be springy. As you can see, mine are very springy. Um, I was not able to show you guys how, but it felt really springy and nice. So, but anyway, generally, it's just for you to achieve a fuller aesthetic. You don't want to do your twist outs and then they just look like they need help. It's like your hair does not have a help or something like that. So the idea is just to achieve the fullness of these twist outs. So just as you can see, and oh, look at that. I really love the shine that this hair mousse was giving my hair. So I used the olive oil wrap or set hair mousse, but I'm sure any sort of hair mousse, I don't know if there are varieties, but any kind of hair mousse will work for this. So and probably there are people who would ask if they can use gel instead. I don't think gel would work well for this, because when gel dries, it always flakes out. It does not maintain the moisture, and the yeah, yes, I think the moisture is what I wanted to say. So I would discourage using gel on this. But anyway, our hairstyle is done, and now just doing the edges. I am not good at doing my edges, but I'm getting better. So I think over time I'll be able to achieve the best edges. So anyway, yeah. So this is what I went to it. Very simple, very cutesy. But yeah, so and this is basically it for our entire hairstyle. So this is how it looks like at the front. You can play around with your twist outs. You can decide to like put them on the side. If your hair is not as long as mine, you can just leave it at the front. I mean, mine, if I leave it at the front, it blocks my side. So yeah, and this is what the back looks like. I really love this hairstyle. I hope you guys are gonna love it too. And if you try it, please do let me know how it goes in the comment section. And I will see you guys in my next video.